is the new world champion.
Bren qui passe premier. En ligne. C'est fait. Papou et votre gagnant. Scrappy, voilà.
And Pac will make it, and Pac is your world champion.
Junior qui a foncé comme une fusée.
Ça va les amis?
Good morning, everyone. It is time to go for the TrackMania Grand League. This is me, by the way. This is me. Bonjour. I am Mr. French guy from the Ubisoft stage. Now, we are back at it for the TrackMania Grand League Grand Finals for the beta season. It is time to finally kick it off here with probably, or very likely, an incredible match. So I'm glad you're all up this early to enjoy some TrackMania. It is gonna be a fantastic match, and I'm really looking forward to bringing this one home to you. We have, as you can see, access to the cameras right now at Paris Games Week, so I am casting from home. I'm doing this from home, but I do have access to the cameras right here. So this is gonna be quite exciting. And yeah, I'm of course gonna be accompanied by no one other than Radiance as well, who I think has a new mic as well.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and yes, I do indeed. So
Oh my god,
my mic quality will be a little bit better than the last time around.
you sound so different. That's amazing. That's amazing. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. What about you?
I am super hyped, actually. The adrenaline is coming in, and I'm super hyped for this whole thing. So yeah, let me actually know if the sound in the Twitch chat, if the sound is
People are
fine.
saying to turn me up.
But can maybe put you up a bit more. Put Radiance louder.
Yes.
Alright. What about now? Can you say something? Test, test,
Hello,
Radiance.
hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, bonsoir.
Bonsoir, madame.
Alright, let me know if it's fine. And yeah, as you can see, we currently have the SoftyB players on the stage. Or well, not the players, but the SoftyB casters. And they're gonna be delivering the French cast from the stage. And right now, the players are joining in. The players are coming up the stage. We saw Kappa already. Now we see Bren, the French player for Team SoftyB. He is joining in right now as well. Handshakes as well. That's amazing. Instantly taking the seat right here. And we have two more players remaining. We have Pac, the UK player for M&M Gaming. He is gonna be here as well. Handshakes, easy going. Handshake with Kappa as well. Fair play, that's what we like to see. And he's gonna take a seat as well. And last but not least, we have Papou, who is coming up the stage as well, I think. Or did he already join? I think he's already on it, right? Yeah, he was first. Alright, so he was first on the stage. And now it is gonna be going live already very soon. That's gonna be quite exciting. So you see the stage. We're at Paris Games Week right now. And this is gonna be quite the test for the nerves. Whether the players can handle it under these circumstances. Radiance, what are your predictions before we go into the match? Who do you think is gonna take this one home?
Oh, it's a hard one, because Of course, there's the stage pressure as well, so you don't really know what is going to happen with these players. But I would expect someone with a lot of experience on stage would take it. So I don't know, maybe Bren or Pack, I would say.
Okay.
But it's really up to anybody.
I think this one is really anyone's game. It
Yeah.
will highly depend on how the players feel like. It is pretty early, so the players might have needed a bit of warm-up beforehand. But yeah, it can go to anyone's hands, basically. So I am super, super excited right now. You saw a bit of information about the players. We're also going to have the pick and ban phase right now, which is going to be a vital part of the TrackMania Grand League of this match right here. So players will be able to randomize, well, they will be able to pick and ban a map, and there will also be a randomized map at the end. So we currently see Pack with the ban. He's gonna ban Interlude, which is a map that we have seen a few times in the playoffs already. Papou also banning Twinnings, the map by Babilabi Lux. Bren picking Mushrooms, which is gonna be a very exciting map for sure. We have Airbridge, the pick by Kappa. Also a map that can be quite interesting, especially coming towards the end. Kappa banning Second Steps. Okay, that's an interesting choice right there. Didn't expect that one to actually get banned, but Second Steps will be out. Papou picking Eurosky, a map that he has been performing pretty well at in the playoffs, so that's not really too big of a surprise. Bren banning The Forest. So we will not see The Forest in the grand final. That's quite an upset, I would say. The Forest is, yeah, a map that has been has been quite a meme, but apparently Bren does not like to play it right there, so we will not have The Forest. But we will have Paradise Palms picked by Pack, and we have Beat Winners, our randomized map, so we will have at least that one as a banger right here. So interesting map choice right there, Radiance.
Yeah, very interesting. I think this map choice is very good for Kappa. I saw a UI made by Huntmania, Eric, earlier today, where he said that Mushrooms was really his favorite map, and I believe Bren picked Mushrooms, so this pick and ban phase might have been really good for Kappa.
Alright, so we currently have a little bit of an intro right here, so you can enjoy it, and after the intro, we will be going live with the match. So we have our 4 players here. We all know them. And I believe you can also vote in the Twitch chat if you like. So you can still vote for your favorite player. I'm not sure if they still got it implemented, but it should work. So you can write go space player name. It should work. Try it. Alright, so we see the players now warming themselves up. Pack checking the Instagram DMs right there. Did he receive anything? Looks like he didn't. And we are gonna have the match going live immediately. So our first map is gonna be Mushrooms right here. So as a little disclaimer, we will not be able to actually control the spectator camera. So it's something to keep in mind. The spectator camera is being handled by the people at the Paris Games Week, so hopefully they will spectate the correct players right here. But we have our grand final of the TrackMania Grand League coming up right here. Papou, Bren, Kappa, and Pack are going to battle it out here for the victory. It is going to be a banging match starting on Mushrooms, and we currently have a Papou in the lead. The sound could indeed be a bit louder. Let's put it up. This is pretty much the highest it can go, so maybe they could consider making it a bit louder on their end. But yeah. This is gonna be a super exciting round already. We see Papou and Kappa really close to each other. Bren a 10th behind, and Pack has already DNF'd. Now I'm not sure what's happening there. Oh my god, what a fiesta right there at the end of Mushrooms. Everyone making a mistake, and it is Bren that takes home the points in front of Papou and Kappa. So I'm not sure what happened to Pack right there. But he will get his first DNF already, and that will be a little bit of a setback already.
They're pretty unfortunate for Pack, and I thought that we were in warm-up, but apparently we weren't. So it is actually live right now, and it is going into round 2 out of 5. We are apparently spectating Papou for this one. So fairly simple start. You want to do a couple of slides into a little bit of a new slide on this turn right here. And all the players do it pretty good. Pack and Papou a little more speed than the rest of them. So they will get a bit of a cleaner jump onto the sculpture and onto the third part. Now we go. And we are now spectating Bren. So he finds himself currently in 3rd place. Kappa a little bit behind him, but it's still not over yet for these players, of course. On these maps, you will be able to see, or you will be able to make a lot of mistakes in these difficult parts. And we're now coming up to one of those difficult parts, the identity of the map. These mushroom clouds right here, where you have to bounce your way into the finish line. Oh, Bren going for a bit of an alternative line, but it doesn't work out. And it looks like Pack is going to take the win here unless he messes up the ending. He won't mess up the ending, and Pack takes home 10 points now after a DNF on round number 1.
Yep, that's going to be a good motivation boost for him, knowing that he can do it. Bit of an unfortunate DNF right there. We see Pack. He is fully focused, of course. And he's going to be going right into the next round. The point limit is 120. For those that maybe don't know a lot about the TrackMania format, we're going to race right here. Everyone starts at the same time. Depending on your position at the end, you will be receiving points. 10 points for first, 6 points for second, 4 points for third, and 3 points for fourth. And the point limit will be 120. So the first player to cross the 120 point mark will reach the so-called finalist mode, which means that you need to win another round to secure your position. And this is pretty much all you need to know if you're maybe new to TrackMania. And we're going to go straight into the next round. Pack has already made a mistake, so it seems like for Pack it's a hit and miss right now on mushrooms. Either it's a good round or it's a bad one. Right now we see Papou with a little bit of a lead over Kappa, who is on 2nd place. Bren is 0.2 behind, a little bit more than 0.2 now. It's 0.8 at the previously passed checkpoint. We see Pack trying to close in right here, but the decisive part will come up. Pack with a little mistake. Bren also a bit further behind. Will he be able to make the jumps? It looks good for Bren here. We see Kappa and Papou really close up front, but it looks like Papou is going to be able to take home the lead right here, just by a hair. 1100s between Papou and Kappa. It will be Papou that takes home the next 10 points. He got the 6 points out of the winner bracket already since he qualified through the winner bracket. 6 points bonus for Papou, and here we see the trophy that we're going to be fighting for today.
Yeah, beautiful trophy actually.
Actually,
I would
actually
like to
good.
win.
Yeah, I want
that. Looks really sick. So maybe we will see you in the next season. And into round number 4 we go with these 4 players. Of course, a pretty easy start. So none of them failed quite yet. So we're coming up to the new slide here. All the players do it pretty good. Oh, Papou touching, and that will be really bad for him as he has no speed whatsoever. And you really need the speed to jump to the sculpture. So Papou will, if he doesn't make that, he will most likely DNF this round. But he did make it, so he's 3.2 seconds behind. He will be able to finish if he doesn't make any more mistakes. A lot more speed by Kappa, but he has to adjust his line on the dirt, and that means that he is going to drop down a little bit compared to Bren. But Bren, with a small release to not touch the wall, a good release, I would say. But here comes Kappa overtaking 1st place. It is neck and neck between these 2 players right now. It seems like Pack has made another mistake, and he's dropped down as well. So we will see in the ending here. Ooh, Kappa with the best line, and he actually touches. So this is a free win for Bren right now, as long as he hits the finish. And of course, he will do that, as the finish is quite easy on this map. But Kappa still takes 2nd after a bit of a mistake. Pack in 3rd, and Papou with a DNF, number 2 on this map.
Yep, 2 DNFs already here on mushrooms. So yeah, this map has already been quite a cruncher for a lot of players, because it might look easy to drive through, but it's actually quite difficult to survive, because we have a lot of difficult sectors, especially in the end. So quite hard to get through. We see Kappa actually. That's a really cool camera in the bottom left. We see Kappa's keyboard camera right there. So you can see Kappa is the only keyboard player in this lineup. The remaining drivers are all playing with a gamepad. Kappa not with the greatest hairpin right there. Going into the final round of mushrooms. He will have struggles with this landing, but at least he did not pull the roll in and flipped out. Oh, and Papou with a mistake right there. This is going to cost him a lot of time dropping down into the dirt. Here is where a lot of speed needs to be maintained, so Papou will be suffering from quite some time loss right there. Bren is in the lead, followed by Pack, the player who recently joined M&M Gaming the UK organization to represent the team for the TrackMania Grand League, makes another mistake here. Unfortunately, will get passed by Kappa, the Czech player, now capitalizing on that mistake. We're dropping down into the mushrooms again. Looks like everyone is going to have a good landing right there. Good reception here by Bren, Kappa, and Pack. And in this order, we will have the players cross the finish line. Papou with a massive disadvantage, taking 4th once again. So, a little bit of an unsmooth start, I would say, for everyone. However, Bren getting away the best. 38 points for Bren after map 1. Papou with 31, Kappa with 25. And we see Kappa's keyboard very close up.
I mean, that mistake that Wait a minute. That mistake that Papou made in that third part right there, I think it's just really nervousness from being on stage.
Yeah.
Because he usually doesn't make those kind of easy mistakes, or not easy. Like, it's an easy section of the map, but making a mistake there really costs you a lot, and you can see that happened. But yeah, into Airbridge we go, and I don't know who picked this one. Maybe we can see it somewhere.
I think it will tell you after the warm-up. So
okay.
yeah, we will have one warm-up before each map. And our second map is going to be Airbridge, which has, yeah, I would say, a bit of a difficult dirt section in the beginning. It might look easy, but I remember when I played it, it was actually quite difficult to get through. So let's see what's going to happen there. And of course, the infamous ending. We've seen a lot of position changes right there at the end. We will see it in the warm-up here as the players are approaching it. We have a jump to the right. Want to make sure that you accumulate enough speed to pass that jump. And now we're coming up to the identity section, the Airbridge with a long upwards jump. And then you want to line yourself up properly with a slight rotation to the left, wall bang on the left as well to get yourself the angle into the corner. And we have a freewheel block, which basically kills your acceleration. Unfortunately, I cannot move the Cam 7 like I would normally do. But there's a freewheel block on the road, which is basically killing your engine until you reach the next checkpoint or until you reach the finish line. So in this case, you will have no engine up until the finish line, which makes it even more important to keep up the momentum. First round, take it off Radiance, let's go.
Yeah, into first round we go, and I believe that's already a mistake by Papou, so he will drop down a little bit as this start has commenced, and Pack with the current best start. Kappa,
wow, look at Kappa.
Trickster, he almost
oh
goes
dear!
into the hole as well. What a madman right there, but he shoots himself up into first place. What a beautiful driving line right there, as he just gains so much speed compared to the other players. So we go up into this little U-turn section uphill, and then into a jump where you need to have enough speed to actually land on the most upper road piece. As all the players have done it really good so far, so it is all about this ending now. Let's see who will get it the best. Kappa currently in the lead.
Maybe too far right.
Kappa, I don't know why. Yeah. And Bren is now in the lead. Will he be able to take the 10 points? Look in the back there. Papou with a very bad line in the ending, and he will jump from first to last place. Bren takes first. I believe Kappa got second there, 0.01 second ahead of Pack. So unfortunate stuff for Pack, but a really good round by all these 4 players.
Yep, 27 hundredths between all 4 players. That is super tight right here, and this is exactly what we're coming together for in the TrackMania Grand League. The best players are coming together to compete for the grand title right here. Let's go into the second round. Oh, Bren with a mistake right there. That could have been a mid-road bug, actually. Not sure, but that didn't really look like a natural line to me. So Bren with an unfortunate mistake in the first round already, or in one of the first corners rather. Kappa with an amazing start once again. He really seems to have nailed it down. We saw it earlier as well. Kappa currently holding 6 or 7 world records out of the 10 maps of the map pack. So Kappa is extremely well prepared, and the 2018 world champion of TrackMania² Stadium. He wants to show that he can do it as well in this format on slightly different maps. And right now, this round is looking very good for the Czech player. Papou is on second. The camera right now on Pack, who's on third. The player for M&M, 20 years old. And he is approaching the end right now, going for a wallbang as well. Looks like the positions are pretty much set in stone. And this is indeed going to be the case. So Kappa will win this one with a 57-13. That is a very, very fast time right there. No one coming even remotely close. And he is nodding his head. He's like, yes, that was a good round. Let's keep it going. Kappa looking confident here on Airbridge. 41 points for him, 10 points behind Bren.
Kappa is feeling it right now. And the way he does this start with the dirt jump onto the road transition, he does the low jump on the dirt, the little trickster you can do if you jump from one of the sides. He does it so consistently. It's really, really insane to watch. So let's see if he can do it again here. He is going for it.
Yep, look at him.
Yeah, there he goes.
He's just
the
gaining
low jump,
so much with this.
Oh, he unfortunately touched the pillar, but he would have gained so much, and it is really insane to look at. Like he has prepared this map so good, and you can see why he picked it. Two people making a mistake in the same in the same part there, and that leaves Kappa up into second now after a mistake in the start. But Pack should be able to win this one as all his competitors make a mistake, and Bren is jumping to nowhere. Into the wall he goes, and Papou will overtake third place right there. So up to this Airbridge part we go. To the ending, Pack won't hit the right side, and that is good for him. So he pretty much has this in the pocket, and he takes the 10 points. Kappa in second, Papou in third place, and Bren should be able to finish as well. Oh wait, that was Bren we were spectating. I'm trolling. I thought it was Papou. Okay. Well, yeah.
Good morning, Radiance. Good morning. Alright, so we see Bren right there. He's still leading, but his gap is melting. It is now only 7 points between Bren and Kappa, so he is definitely being the one to be hunted down right now. As we're almost halfway through the match, round number 4 out of 5 on Airbridge. You can see it in the top right. It is Kappa's pick, so to me it is no surprise that he's doing so well, and then he crashed. Fantastic. So the Caster's Curse is kicking in right there. Kappa with another mistake. This could actually put a little dent into his confidence right there, because he did the mistake in the previous round already with his side jump thing. And now it is another mistake for the Czech player. So this is definitely what he does not want to happen on this match right now. Pack is leading. He could certainly benefit from the 10-pointer right there. So does Papou. They're currently leading the field right now. Papou just a tiny tad behind. Bren on third place, most likely not going to be able to make a difference. Can we maybe have the camera on? Yes, thank you. Pack right now leading. Oh, Papou with the inside line. He's trying to attack, and it will all come down to the last hairpin. Who will have the upper hand? And it is Pack who stays ahead by only 0.03 of a second.
What a round by these two players. Honestly, these guys are insane, and you can see that they are super practiced for this event right here. As I believe Pack takes home those 10 points right. They're just ahead of Papou. So really good stuff for these two guys. And Papou will definitely be kicking himself for not getting the 10 right there.
Yeah.
So we go into round number 5 on Airbridge. See if all the players will make it in the start now. Not jinxing anyone, of course.
Of course not.
it seems like at this time around, Kappa once again going for that low jump, and you can just see how much he gains. He goes from last to first. He literally gains like 0.1 of a second, or maybe a little bit more. It is super insane. Like, it's a big pock in the jet, honestly.
Yep.
He is crazy gamer. As we go into the mid part here, onto the U-turn uphill. All the players seem to have made it pretty good. Papou and Kappa with a little more speed than Pack. And Bren still lurking in the shadows. Kappa with a bit of airtime, I believe, there. And that puts him now into third place. We go onto the Airbridge. Oh, where did Bren come from? Bren suddenly up into second. But Kappa got a bug on the wall. And Papou is going to take first. Bren touching the outside, but doesn't matter, as he keeps his second place. Pack with the third place. And Kappa still makes it, even though the wall touch yeeted him a little bit out of the map. So good stuff by Kappa to make it, even though that he got the unfortunate wall bug. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, I really thought he actually flew out of the map completely. So I'm surprised that he made it to the finish, but that's pretty good for Kappa indeed. The points are really close. Did you see how close it was? 11 points between the 4 players. It is going to get super exciting as we come down to the next track, which is going to be Eurosky, a pick by Papou, if I recall correctly. And we have Bren with 64 right now, Papou with 60, Pack with 53, and so does Kappa. So we have a tie for third right now, and a super close thing. It is super exciting right now. And you saw the crowd as well. The crowd is filling up. We are at the Paris Games Week right now in Paris, who would have thought? And the crowd is hyped, and so are we going into the next map, which will have a very exciting second half.
Yeah.
We're starting off with some basic corners right here in the beginning, and later transitioning into this upwards jump onto the platform. and then down into the zigzag, into the part where you really want to avoid playing a golf with friends. You really want to avoid falling into one of these holes, and also avoid any type of wall contact right there. Kappa not demonstrating that very well, but this is how it's gonna go. Eurosky, our next map, as we come closer and closer to finding out who is gonna be the victorious driver.
Do I take this or?
Of course.
Alright, I'll take it then. Into round number 1 of Eurosky, here we go. Bren is currently in the lead with 64 points, followed by Papou with 60, and then Kappa and Pack with... I got a black screen. You can take this one.
Okay, well I don't, so that's okay. So yeah, we are currently seeing all of the 4 drivers rather close to each other. No one has fallen back so far. Here in these long corners, you want to avoid sliding. You just want to work with acceleration and releasing the acceleration in corners to adjust your line. Bren making the first mistake right there. He will touch the wall on the outside. Bit of a too optimistic line right there by the French player. As we now come down to this section, Pack currently leading. Papou clips the hole, and Pack as well. And Kappa will be the one with a grin on his face. He's going to go towards the finish line and will snack himself the 10 points right there. Very important to come back and to come closer to the winning spot on the scoreboard right now. Kappa with 10, Pack with 6, Papou with 3, and Bren with 4. And it is getting closer and closer. Now only 9 points between all 4 players. Radiance, are you good again?
No, you can take this one as well.
I think you can fix it by switching the scene so it reconnects in OBS. Maybe that could work for you. But yeah, we're gonna go into the next round. You see the camera in the bottom left currently focused on Papou. He's playing with a gamepad, so you can see what he does right now. And right now he finds himself on 4th place, so he needs to do a little bit of an attack move right here if he wants to come closer to the winning positions. Bren with a massive release right there. He had to adjust his line a lot. Papou really risking it for the biscuit right there, almost making contact with the wall. And he will remain stable as we have a super close battle right now. Really close. And this one could be taken by anyone. Kappa right now leading, but he needs to keep himself cool and avoid making mistakes as we go down the hill. Pack in close pursuit right now. So is Papou. One final wallbang to the left. Papou might close in right there, but he makes a mistake. And he was trying hard to maybe come closer to Pack, but it wasn't enough. So Papou will have to settle with 3rd place. Pack on 2nd. And Kappa with another 10 points will now take over the leadership here. He will be on top of the scoreboard. 73 points for Kappa. And he is fueled on Eurosky. On Papou's pick, he seems to be doing outstandingly. Damn. So,
well,
oh, Bren! What did he do? Bren just steered on a press forward section. What happened to Bren? That was a complete brain lag by Bren. I have no idea what happened there to him. I hope it's not like technical problems or something, but that was definitely something that should not happen in this circumstance. So that will leave us with Pack and Kappa battling it out for 1st place. Papou currently trailing in the background. He's on 3rd. And let's see what he's going to be able to pull off. He's going for a slightly different approach. We've seen that in the previous playoff matches already. Papou going for a very diagonal line. And it seems to pay off because he does keep a bit more speed with that. But in this round, he wasn't able to close in, even though he gets dangerously close to Pack, but not enough to go for an overtake. And once again, we have Kappa winning a round, and that's the next 10 points for him. Kappa really on fire.
I fixed it, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh boy, Radiance is back.
I had to restart OBS for some reason.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're back, so you can take over the next round. Let's go.
Yes, me too. Round number 4 out of 5. Redemption time for Bren. Here we go. It is super close. 3 players at 71 points. This is as close as it gets, pretty much. So, hopefully we will have another close round here. Papou with not the greatest of starts. We, of course, have this NASCAR section right here. Shout out to the NASCAR community. Pretty small, but it is there. As we go into the midsection here. Oh, Papou gets the auto slide from touching the Randstein. And that is something that everyone hates to see. As we go up to the jump now. Bren currently in the lead, taking a lot of boost there. And I don't know if Pack has taken
Oh.
too little. Kappa and Pack make the same mistake right there. And this is a free win for Bren if he just keeps his head calm right now. Of course, he doesn't have the information that we do, so he doesn't know that the players crashed. Kappa is still close to him. But Bren will keep his head cool and a sloppy wallbang. But it gets the job done nonetheless. Oh, Pack almost overtaking Papou there. And you can see him pointing to his head really angrily. He is frustrated by those 3 points. And he just gotta keep calm, collected, and let's win this next round.
That is exactly the mindset you need, especially when you play so many rounds consecutively. You really just need to forget about what happened in the previous rounds. In case you had a bad round, just forget about it, reset your mind, and focus on what's coming up now. And Pack should be experienced enough to know what to do in a situation like this. Right now, he is the one with the least amount of points. 74 for Pack, 75 for Papou. Kappa now at 89, so he really profited from this track. We have one more round coming up, and we have a Kappa right now trying to fight for the first place again. But everyone is contesting. Everyone wants those 10 points. Everyone is hungry for those big points. And on the final round of Eurosky, one more chance to redeem themselves. Pack on an amazing pace right now. This could be a banging time. He jumps very far to the right. And as you can see, Papou with the most diagonal line is closing in ever so slightly. Bren on third and Kappa right now on last place. He is probably not used to getting last anymore after winning so many rounds. Papou with a little mistake right there. Pack on still on first place. Bren trying to close in, but it's not enough for the French player. Pack will get 10 points, and this is exactly what we were talking about. Pack resetting his mind and gets the 10 points. What a gamer.
This guy knows what he's doing, and you can see why he is the world champion. Able to reset his mindset instantly and not tilt to oblivion, as we should be able to go into this next map now. And it is going to be a Paradise Palms, so you will see maybe a guy swimming in the water in this ending here, and I can't wait.
This one is going to be super exciting as well. We have seen a really exciting round in the playoffs where a lot of players have made a mistake near the end. It was a complete crash fest at the end of the day. Everyone making a mistake somewhere. Let it be at the Paradise Palm section or somewhere near the water pool or the jump into the finish. So this map definitely offers some spectacular sections for the drivers to pass through. We are gonna go onto this track right here. It is built by Link, a member from the community, and this one will put the drifting skills to a test, if I may say so myself. A lot of drifts right here to be mastered by the players, and since all of these drivers are very familiar with the drifting in TrackMania² Stadium, this one should be an easy cake for the players. But then everything will be turning around at the palm section right here. You have to squeeze yourself just through the palm trees. The gap's barely wider than your own car, and if you don't have the required precision, then you basically do what Bren just did in the warm-up. You crash and you flip, and you might actually not even be able to reach the finish line. So this one will be exciting. The nerves will be a big factor here. Who will keep his nerves calm and manage to be precise enough to survive the last section? Round number 1, and this one will be for you, Radiance.
All right, Riolo, into round number 1 we go. A pretty tight start, but of course you are able to mess it up. And none of these players do so because they are that skilled. And then I say that, and then Bren goes a little too high on the dirt, still able to make it past there. So he probably will be able to finish, but only with 3 points, unless someone goes swimming or anything like that. But currently Pack is in the lead, closely followed by Papou. And Kappa trailing just behind them, so definitely still not out. Kappa with a bit of a different, wider approach, and he gets a bit of airtime, so really not benefiting him too much, as it is a neck-and-neck battle up in the front. That's what we're currently looking at right now. It is Pack versus Papou. Papou gets a small palm touch there, but he fortunately stabilizes his car, but then makes another small mistake and jumps down. Pack is dead, and Pack is out of the game. He has to respawn.
2 DNFs.
He does not finish. Oh, what a sloppy mistake, and he really gotta be tilted now.
Oh, and this is exactly what we're talking about. That ending is it is ruthless. Yeah?
Yes.
It is completely ruthless. One tiny offset and you are dead. And this is what happened to 2 players in the previous round, so this will be a setback right there. And I can speak from experience. Sometimes when you keep making mistakes at the same section, you start getting afraid of it. You actually fear approaching it the next round, and then you just make more and more mistakes. So it is something that hopefully will not happen to the 4 extremely professional gamers that are currently fighting it out for the title of the first TrackMania Grand League champion. Second round on Paradise Palms, the pick by Pack. So will he be able to benefit from this round and get the 10 points that he desperately needs? Right now he is on first place, but he needs to survive that ending. We have a super close fight right now. Papou on second, Kappa and Bren fighting for third, and now we have the drop down onto the grass. Lineup looking good right there. Bren touching, but the other players are actually not making a mistake. Kappa and Papou really close to each other for that second place. Pack looking to take it, and Kappa will be the one to stay ahead of Papou for that second place. Pack will get the 10, and Bren will have to settle with last after that small touch. And you just saw that small touch ruined his entire round. This is how close it was. Unbelievable. Really good performance. And Kappa up to 108 points. So he could actually become a finalist here, Radiance.
Yeah, definitely. And you saw in the ending there, Pack, he went a little bit wider than he usually would. And that is because he made the mistake earlier on. So definitely wanting to take a more of a safe approach in the ending now. And it definitely worked out for him as he took those 10 points. Kappa with a bug, I think.
Yeah, that looked awkward.
Yeah, that looked pretty awkward, so unfortunate for him, and you can't really do anything about it. So he will drop down to 4th, unfortunately, and I'm wishing to the TMGL Paris gods to change camera now, but that won't happen.
Oi.
As Bren has made a mistake as well, drops down into 4th place. And onto this grass U-turn we go. You can see, I believe that is Bren in the... No, wait, that is Bren, right? In the bottom left corner.
That is Bren indeed, yes.
That is Bren, yeah. You can see he's driving right now. So we're coming up into the ending. Pack with an overtake on Papou, and this is going to be spicy. No one makes a mistake, but Papou has the less speed than Pack. Pack also with a little bit of a better angle for the ending. So Pack takes another 10 points, and he is going to be really happy about that, jumping up to 104. Kappa now with 112 points. So a win for him, and he will be finalist as well.
That is very correct right there, my friends. 1 round victory tears Kappa apart from finalist mode. For those that are maybe just joining in, finalist mode means that you need to win another round to secure your position, and this is exactly what Kappa could need if he wins this round now. He will cross the 120 point limit barrier and will qualify himself for finalist mode. But now, first and foremost, he needs to get that first place, and it is looking good for Kappa. He's carrying the most speed out of all players off that dirt section. Goes up to first place. A little bit of a more direct line on the platform section compared to all of the other players, but it is super tight right now. Kappa having to lift off. He goes a bit wide, has to adjust his line by releasing the acceleration right there. Kappa dropping down to last place. Papou going a bit wide up the platform, but he remains in that first place. Bren on second place. Pack now with a very inside direct line. Papou going a bit wide. Bren up to first place, and this will be decided in this last section right now. Dropping down. And this is a bit of a wide line. Papou making a mistake. Bren dropping down to third place. Makes a mistake on the outside as well. And this will be a fight for the first place at the end. Kappa jumping left, but he will at least be able to reach the finish line right there. Gets the 10 points, and Kappa will be finalist.
What a round by these players here. Jesus Christ, had me on the edge of my seat there. As Kappa goes into finalist mode and Pack jumps up to 110. So if Pack takes a win now, he will be able to secure himself a finalist position as well. But all eyes on Kappa. The camera gods know this, as the camera is on him. As we go into round number 5 on Paradise Palms. Let's see if Kappa will be able to end this. Seems like he goes a little bit too far up there, and he will make a mistake. So probably not the one. A bit of finalist nerves for the grand final. So let's see what Pack will be able to do now, as he currently is finding himself in 3rd place. Of course, even though Kappa made a mistake, he will not retire, because there's, of course, still the chance to be able to deny points or actually win if everyone makes mistakes. But Bren and Papou currently looking really solid up in the front. It is a neck-and-neck battle. Actually, they are on the same time through that checkpoint into the palms. We go. Bren with a wider approach. Papou going a little more inside. Papou actually makes it. And what a line by Papou. Doesn't go on the grass there. And he should be able to secure himself those 10 points. And he will be able to secure the 10 points.
Damn.
So, really good round by Papou there. A second time as well. And Bren just behind him with Pack trailing a little bit. So a second place now for Pack, and he will be a finalist as well.
What a round. That was really good times up front as well by both players at the front. And this is really, really exciting. We're now coming onto this track. I can't believe it, Radiance. Is the decision gonna be made on this track? It very much seems like it. We are gonna go onto Betwinners. And this could go either way for everyone, I think. Kappa looked very, very good on this map. However, Pack and Papou and Bren should not be taken out of this right now. Papou was actually able to qualify on this map, so he is definitely on fire. Pack is a madman. We don't need to say a lot about Pack. And also Bren, even though he is last right now, he got the power of the crowd backing him up right now. And I'm sure that he has not given up yet. Bren with 102, Papou 109, Pack 114, Radiance. This could actually end up in a quadruple finalist status. Do you know? It could actually happen.
Bless RNG in chat. Let's hope that it happens, because all these players are over 100 points, and it could very well happen. Like, honestly, if Kappa doesn't.
Now you did the same mistake like me.
if Kappa chokes a little bit in the start here, it could happen very well, and I'm definitely excited to see a bit of stats about Kappa now. And he has won 2 maps, it seems, so far. And I guess we will go into a live round now.
Indeed, Kappa will be finalist still. He will be a finalist. So you're not losing that finalist if you don't make it. So he will still remain in finalist status. First round on Betwinners. This is the randomly picked map. So nobody wanted to play this. Nobody wanted to ban this. So they kind of expected this one to maybe get picked as a randomly drawn map, and this is exactly what happened. So let's go into the first round. Right now, nobody has fallen behind. This is a super close round, and we see the finalists. We see Czech player Kappa for Team Sampi right now leading this round, but he is being chased down by Papou, just a 10th behind. Bren, Pack jumping too far right. Bren also dead, and this is the 1v1 situation between Kappa and Papou. Who will be the victorious driver right here? Papou up to first, and he is currently denying Kappa that finalist status. Papou is a whopping 0.43 behind, so Papou should be able to take this one home unless he makes a mistake in this last jump right now. Will Papou survive this one right here? It looks good for Papou, even though he jumps a bit high, but he will deny Kappa again. Papou up to 119 points. He will receive the slap in the face. Bren will not be... Oh my god, 2 DNFs by both Pack and Bren, and this is gonna be very, very bad, as right now in this situation they need every point they can get.
I actually think that Kappa didn't even finish there, because he was on his back just in front of the goal line, and the time didn't update from the last checkpoint.
Ah, could be, yeah.
So Pack could have actually been finalist here, but unfortunately for him, he is not. So into round number 2 we go here, as it is a neck-and-neck battle once again.
Whoa.
I think we've become pretty used to this. Pretty tight line by Kappa, and he will drop down into 3rd place there as Bren overtakes the lead, and I'm sure the French crowd will be happy for that. So Ek is in 2nd. Papou dropped a little bit back, but he is on 119, so just needs to make sure that he finishes this round. Oh, Kappa almost touching the pole right there, and
he's pushing.
He will have a little more speed than Bren.
He's pushing
into 1st place. This is gonna be very interesting in the ending. Bren with low speed into this checkpoint right here. And it is all up to Kappa now. Will Kappa be able to do it? And will he have an okay line? Oh, look at Bren! But Bren doesn't have enough speed. And there he goes. Kappa takes 1st place in TMGL beta season. Congratulations to Kappa. A well-deserved victory, ladies and gentlemen.
Kappa is your new champion. TrackMania Grand League beta season going in favor of Kappa, the Czech player for Team Sampi. You can see how happy it is. He is gonna go home with a big check right there. A big check over a good amount of money right there, Radiance. He is gonna be happy about it. Takes a sip from the Coca-Cola. The victory Coca-Cola right there for Kappa. You can see that is a big smile in the face for him. As he also, look at that, he actually paused the game.
He actually paused.
That's that's quite BM, I would say.
That's BM of the year right there.
Oh god.
Oh man.
Oh god. Oh well, we're
Well,
gonna go
not so
into
great.
the next round right there. This is not over yet. Kappa will be your champion right here. Papou will now be a finalist. Pack with 114 and Bren with 108. So this is not decided yet. We're gonna play out for all positions. All of the players will go home with some money, but who will take home how much money? That has to be determined right now. Let's take a look at Bren. He is right now leading the race. He is the one that still needs at least 2 more rounds to become a finalist. And it could still happen on Beat Winners mathematically, since we are in round number 3 out of 5, as you can see in the top right corner. Bren jumping very low. That is a very interesting approach by the French player. Pack with a bit less speed, jumping through the sculpture. So you'll remain on that second place. Papou dead, and he was the one that had to push. He was in the situation where he just had to risk it for the biscuit. It didn't pay off for Papou, so he will not be able to close it out right there. Bren versus Pack, jumping up the ramp. Oh, but Bren touches! Bren touches, and he will actually have to respawn right there. Or actually, wait.
Wait, what is he doing?
Huh, Bren?
Bren doesn't know the map.
Bren, what are you doing?
Bren, use Bren.
Bren went to the left, but he had to go to the right.
Oh no.
Oh no, that hurts.
This is really not good. This is
That
really not good
hurts.
for Bren
And
now.
this is just how, this is like the best example what pressure does to you. You just
Yeah.
do things that you normally wouldn't do, right?
Yeah,
So, double
definitely.
finalist situation, round number 4. Let's go, Radiance.
Yeah, and Bren, another mistake there. So I
Aye.
think it is pretty safe to say that we will find a second place in this round. But who will it be? Will it be Papou or will it be Pack? It is up to the TM gods to decide that. As I don't want to do any caster's curse this time around. As, it is very neck and neck between the players. And I think Pack has a little bit of an unstable landing and he will lose some speed. But will be able to probably make it up, as this uphill turn is pretty fail safe to get right with the exact amount of speed. But it is Papou in the lead right now, and all eyes are on Pack down in the bottom left. Oh, a small touch by Pack. He had the angle. What a small touch. And Papou will take second place in the TMGL Grand Final Beta season. Congratulations to Papou. You can see how relieved he is on the right-hand side of the screen there. And he is definitely a happy guy now. As Pack is still the finalist, and Bren jumps up into 112 points. So Bren needs to win 2 in a row this time around as well, and that is going to be really hard versus Pack.
Exactly, especially because I do believe Bren is a bit tilted right now because he did these mistakes already. So I think Bren is a bit out of his mind right now. And yeah, let's see how he's going to be doing. Right now, a good start for both players. We could see the decisive round right here. If Pack wins, it's over and out. If Bren wins, we're going to see the decision being made on the next map, which is going to be the first one we have seen in the map rotation. And yeah, let's see how this is going to turn out. Right now, we're going onto the underground section. Pack almost missing the booster. He went super far left. Bren almost clipping the barrier on the right side, but both are still pretty close to each other, so this round could go either way. Jumping into the left-hand drift right now. Bren really risking it right there. Goes up to first place, almost touching the wall on the outside. Allows Pack to actually close in once again. Pack up to first, and Bren having to lift off. So Pack with the speed advantage coming down to the ending right now. One final jump, and it will be Pack taking the 3rd place, and he's super low. What was that jump by Pack? So much risk, but he will be able to take 3rd. He will defeat Bren, and we will have Pack, who takes 3rd in the TrackMania Grand League beta season. He doesn't seem to be super happy with this result, but a 3rd place will still look good for him. The player who has joined M&M Gaming for the TrackMania Grand League right there. 3rd place for him, and Bren will take 4th place in the grand final. GG.
Very well played by all these players. We had a couple of not so good mistakes, but overall it was very close battles, and that's what we wanted to see here. And Kappa, of course, taking the win. So let's see what this French guy has to say.
So now it's probably just a little bit of a recap what has happened, and yeah, saying congrats to the players. We see Kappa joining in. Let's see what he has to say.
Great victory for you. Ouais, vous voulez peut-être lui poser des questions, les amis.
What a performance! What a Régu? Oh. How good are you?
I don't speak French, I'm sorry.
How good are you?
Thank you. It was a great match. Everyone played
This is
kinda
great.
well. I did not play my best in the beginning.
Look, put the mic just here on your chin.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
That's good.
I did not play my best game in the beginning of the match, but after map 2, I stepped it up and managed to keep the lead until the end. It was quite stressful in the end because there was this last jump and I really hate it. But yeah, somehow managed to jump it.
Je te laisse faire la traduction.
Mushroom was not your map, but in the end, you're so insane in the other maps.
Ouais, en gros, ce que disait justement
Voilà.
Kappa, c'est qu'il a eu un peu plus de mal au début et qu'il trouve qu'il a pas joué.
So right now he's just translating into French what Kappa has said and what the other commentator guy. I actually have no idea who those people are. Do you know, Radiance?
Très bien.
Probably some
Eh bien,
Solary
écoutez, voilà.
employees or casters
Here's
from
your
Solary,
cup.
I
I
guess.
think, yeah,
Okay.
Take it.
But I don't know
It's
why.
yours.
Lift too.
Maybe
Make
someone in
some
chat knows.
noise, du bruit.
Look at Kappa. Kappa
Voici
is
le grand gagnant de la TrackMania
well-earned
Grand
victory for Kappa, and he's
League
happy with the
Beta
trophy.
édition. C'était la grande finale. Merci à tous. Merci à toutes. Merci aux grands gagnants. Merci à vous deux. Les casteurs, vous êtes déjà partis? Non, quand même pas.
Je fais un petit câlin à mon
Ouais.
joueur.
C'était dur.
C'est ça. Merci à toi. Merci à vous. On peut applaudir. Chap, Wax et les joueurs. Du bruit, s'il vous plaît. Le stream va bientôt se terminer, mais pas encore. On a une petite vidéo pour vous. Alors reste bien installé dans ton
Now,
canapé.
make
Vous
sure
restez
to
avec
stay
nous.
tuned.
On
Don't
a
run
une
away.
surprise.
We're gonna
C'est
show
en
you
vidéo.
something.
C'est maintenant. À bientôt.
Pack coming out of the hairpin. He has been doing a great job in the steps. Oh, but this is not a good job whatsoever. Jumping too far right on the barrier, and he is about to lose all of his points. And here on the final map of the final step, it's going to be do or die for all of the players right here on the racetrack. Cap, what happened to him? Cap is respawning, and this could be the end for him. He is probably not going to make it into the playoffs now. Rolling with a bit more speed, creeping in closer to Bren, and the final corner will decide if Bren with the inside line. Rolling going a little bit wider for more speed, and Rolling will have a bit more speed coming down to the stretch, and it is Rolling that's ahead of Bren by 100. Oh, who do we have there? We have a three-man battle between Roland, Danik B, and Scrappy. The last stretch and one wallbang, one jump is tearing them apart. Scrappy with a lot of speed, and he will stay ahead of Danik B. Kappa versus Carl Jr., the two world champions, are fighting it out right there for the victory on this map. Lap number 10, and we only have one corner remaining. Kappa dropping down with a small lead. Carl Jr. trying to attack, gets the inside line. Kappa with a bit less speed, and we're dropping down onto the grass now. Carl Jr. with a bit more speed, but it's not enough. Into the grand final, Bren versus Pack, the Frenchman versus the Englishman, and we're coming down to the forest section right now. Bren with a small advantage right there. And they both crash into the same pool! What do you mean? And it will be Bren! Hell yeah. Who's hyped for the new TMGL season? Coming up next year, this one is gonna be a big one, Radiance. It is gonna be a big one. So,
I am super hyped to see how this is gonna go down.
Yeah, like, it is gonna be pretty exciting to see how that will pan out. There are plenty of things coming up for the TMGL. A lot of things have been prepared in the background. And the TMGL is growing and growing, and believe me, I'm not gonna give away too much, but 2020 will be super exciting. It will be super big.
Definitely.
Especially with the TMGL coming up. Big things. Big things. That's all I can say. So, yeah, hopefully I will see you again next year for the TMGL. It has been a pleasure casting together with you, Radiance, over the entirety of the TMGL season. It has been almost a year now, if you think about it.
Damn.
Almost
that is
a year.
A long time.
Yep. Quite crazy to think about. So, yeah, shoutouts to you, Radiance. It has been a pleasure, a lot of fun times. And, yeah, if you have anything to say to the community that has been watching our casts and appreciating our cast as well, so many nice words about what we did over this whole year with the TMGL. Yeah, what can you say about this?
I just want to say a real quick thank you to all the organizers and players, of course, all 17 of them. And really thank you very much to all the support that I've gotten on my casting. And it's really great to see that people actually enjoy what I love doing. So thank you very much, Twitch chat, and hopefully I'll see you again in 2020.
Exactly. So 2020, you can make sure that at least the Radiance will be casting, right? What's the plan, Radiance?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe
tell us about it.
I think I don't even know how the casting is gonna work there, but I hope that I'm going to be able to do it. Let's just leave it at that.
Alrighty, so you heard it right there. TMGL will continue. It will get bigger. It will get even more exciting, more professional. TrackMania is only at its beginning. Let me tell you that. So hopefully I will see you next year again. Maybe without me, but maybe with Radiance at least. So without further ado, I think we can call it a night, or a morning, or a day, wherever you are right now. And yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you have a great remaining of your day, and I'll see you around for whatever awaits in our TrackMania journey. Let it be TMGL, let it be whatever. It's gonna be fun. And yeah, thank you, and bye-bye.
See you guys.